Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Peter Kennedy, Kennedy's Garage. What am I at today? I'm on a Skoda Octavia. Customer's complaint is he has a little OBD code reader, and his fault codes are P0402 and a P0299. 402 is EGR flow excessive detected. Okay, that could be potentially down to maybe a DPF or something along those lines being blocked. The other one then, the underboost P0299, could be down to maybe a map sensor or some of these items that are not reading incorrect out of calibration. So I started doing my diagnosis. I had the scan tool running. I was looking at a couple of little items. I was looking at throttle body live data. I was looking at turbo actuator position live data. I was looking at manifold absolute pressure live data. Basically what the long and short of it was, I was getting absolutely no boost whatsoever in this thing. So had 1 bar of atmospheric pressure in the atmosphere, as you know, 100 kPa, and then when I was driving it, the desired was maybe 2,200 kPa or 300 kPa, but I had actually nearly a drop in pressure. So I was seeing 940 or 50 or something like that. So the long and short of it is, I was definitely getting an underboost condition. Now, why? I looked at the DPF live data. DPF live data was good. I had 10, 12 millibar of back pressure at idle, so I wasn't condemning that, and I wasn't going looking too hard at the high pressure, the 2000 RPM, because I wasn't concerned at idle, and I wasn't just concerned, to be honest with you. So, where's I looking at? I'm looking at, right now, I was thinking, okay, is the throttle flap not actually working and the car is not copping it? I actually had a look and it's opening and closing, so right, that's not of concern to me. I done a visual check on the thing, see had I any leaks anywhere, you know, oil residue sticking out anywhere. I didn't smoke test or any of that crack, but I didn't have any oil or visual items wrong there anyway. So what I said I'd do, I said I'm going to go looking at 2 items. One was probably digging deeper, because I have seen the EGR valves on these things to fail where the actual motors themselves will be working, but it wouldn't be opening and or closing the EGR valve itself. This is a 1.6 CAYC engine, lads, by the way. So potentially the data that I was getting on my scan tool could be wrong, but I said I'm going to go in, because it's easy to get off, I'm going to just pull off the intake pipe and just have a little look and see what's happening in it. The turbo, and lo and behold, bada bing, bada boom, bada bay, there's our turbo, and she actually looks sweet as a nut. But when I go in, I'm gonna just stick in a little probe in here. I'm trying to leave my camera in situ so you can see it. I'm sticking it in there, right? But I'm bringing you back to this. When I go into that, I can't turn that. You can see a slight little movement. Can we? That's as much as I can get. Sorry about the noise. That's me pushing to the best of my ability here, and that ain't turning. So for this one, I'm after seeing and noticing that lads are spending about an average of about 3 or 4 minutes watching my video, so maybe a 30-minute video is not any good to you. But the fault codes are P0402, P0299. The reason we have maybe an excessive EGR flow, I'm going to assume with the turbo not turning that we have some kind of restriction on airflow out of the engine, and because of that restriction, when the EGR valve opens, we have more than expected getting around up through that pipe, up and into the intake. Okay, small, fast, easy, no big fancy hunting down, no big fancy looking at scan tools. As I said, you're only looking at 3 or 4 minutes of them. So what I'm doing is I'm showing you what the fault code is. Quick, smart, in there, out there. Turbo on this one, seized solid. Happy days. Nice kind of a 15-20 minute diagnosis. Actually should have ate me dinner, and I didn't eat me dinner. I'm doing this instead. But the long and short of it is that's it. Turbo, seized solid. Don't know why. Can't go along. It looks actually in good nick, so carbon waves or what, I don't know. Anyway, for this one, lads, please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in the next cartoon. If you got anything from it or take anything from it, I'll see you later.